Good day, dear viewers. There is definitely something that is not adding up in this 712 billion naira renovation or rebuilding of the Murtala Muhammed Airport. How do I mean? I've listened to Keyamo very well, and I perceived there is a need for us to ask a particular question. Why do I say so? I listened to him on the day he was announcing the decision of the FEC and his recent interview on Channels TV, and that something is not adding up for me. I want you to patiently watch this video and let us try to connect the dots together. It will look as if you are an investigator, and for you to have clicked this video, I'm pretty sure you are very interested in finding out this truth and joining me in asking Keyamo on this very particular revelation. Sit back and watch this. I'll be back.
Rehabilitation, upgrade, and modernization of the International Terminal 1 in Lagos. Before, I'd given you a hint that this was coming. In my previous various interviews, I'd given you a hint that this was coming, but today was a formal approval by council. And so that old airport you see there, the old Lagos airports, Murtala Muhammed International Airport, we have decided to strip it down for total rehabilitation. So this is not the patchwork we used to do before, where we just do some patchworking of sections and all of that. The total rehabilitation will mean, just for transparency, to let the public know, that we are going to strip it down to only the carcass, and then do the complete M&E again, mechanical, electrical, plumbing, everything, to have a brand new airport in Lagos. Contracts has been awarded to CCECC. CCECC that also constructed the new Terminal B, Terminal 2 there in Lagos. Now, for also Terminal 2, we're also going to touch it too. That is what the new Chinese terminal there. And that would mean building apron, the expansion of Terminal 2 building apron, including the construction of access road and bridges and other associated works at the Murtala Muhammed International Airport.
The airport, to that long stretch of road, there's one big building facing you with the Murtala Muhammed Airport boldly written. That is Terminal 1.
That's the one you are pulling down.
That's the one we are pulling down.
Not the one Buhari commissioned.
No, that one is Terminal 2 on the right. As it is today, we are using boats. Why? Because even the one Buhari commissioned cannot take our passengers.
You listened to him. You just listened to him. And I quite believe you listened well. This is it. You can just help me hold this one to your left hand or help me write it somewhere. What is the name of the company that built the MMA2? The one that was built by Muhammadu Buhari? And which company did he actually said they are awarding this new one too. If I'm very correct, I think he mentioned CCECC. That is the China's Civil Engineering Construction Company. They are well known. They have handled a whole lot of projects. The Red Line and some other stuff. They are kind of doing all those works around in Lagos. We know them. Am I correct? CCECC. That is the company that he mentioned, that they were the one that built the second wing that was built by Muhammadu Buhari. And that is the same company they are awarding this renovation, rebuilding, or anything they call it. It's the same company they are awarding it to. Am I correct? Now, it's getting interesting. That very airport MMA2, the second wing that was built by Buhari, listen to Buhari during the commissioning of that very wing. Then we'll come back to now look at the later part of the Keyamo statement and ask the question. Just sit patiently and follow me.
I therefore congratulate all Nigerians on the successful completion and commissioning of the terminal building at Murtala Muhammed International Airport, Lagos, our premier airport. Yes, sir. I am confident that the new terminal, with 66 check-in counters, 16 immigration desks at arrival, 28 immigration desks at departure, and 8 security screening points, among others, will go a long way in contributing to the socio-economical and prosperity of our great nation. This improvement will increase airport operations and management services to about 14 million passengers per annum, with attendant positive multiplier effects by creating about 3,000 direct and indirect employment opportunities for our youth, increased inflow of foreign direct investments. With the delivery of this project, a new era of safety, security, and comfort has been ushered into the Nigerian aviation industry, and I am persuaded that it will get better with the passage of time. On this delightful note, I hereby commission the new terminal building at Murtala Muhammed International Airport, Lagos, and flag off its official commissioning.
Late President Muhammadu Buhari there congratulating Nigeria on what he was commissioning then, and reading out some of the benefits and everything that is going to be for Nigerians. All right then. Now, it's now time to listen to the final part of Keyamo's statement.
So we have to now use a wing of Terminal 1 to complement. In fact, we haven't used the 2 wings to complement the new one. You know, it was when we came into office, remember that the new terminal, even though commissioned by Buhari, if you remember, was not functional. Why was it not functional? There were a few design errors that the airline said they were not moving there. In fact, they were adamant that I now gave an ultimatum. If you remember, I gave an ultimatum, and all the civil servants told me, sir, it's not going to work because there were design errors. They're not going to grab expanding Terminal 2 and its aprons. What are we doing in Terminal 2 again? If you walk into Terminal 2 now, which is even the new one, we are still touching the new one, spending so much money on it. If you walk into the new terminal now, what do you notice? You are passed through there. You have to now take your bags up to departure. So when you arrive, it's not going straight to departure. And that's a design error all over the world. There's no airport you are coming in to in the whole world where you have one door. But there's only one door. What if there's a stampede? How can you have one entrance into a big international airport, but there's only one entrance? If you go to all international airports, you see more than 7 entrances.
Keyamo now saying that the same company that built that one, which has design error, that is the same company they are handing over this new one that they are renovating to. How does that make sense? They built one. In fact, you went as far as saying that a modern airport, this, that the entrance ought to be like 7. They went ahead and built one entrance, and all those things, aren't they competent? Are we saying they are not competent to handle that job? And now, for someone who has built a one that could not be used, we are compensating them with a bigger one. I'm not even interested in how much is the airport to be renovated, or that is not even the argument now. But why CCECC? Why awarding this contract to the same company that built what could not serve Nigerians? This is just my question. Don't forget that it made mention that they are to model that very one to now. They are to modify it. They are to build this to the side, do that to, you understand? And this was a project commissioned that with another millions of naira in the name of commissioning. Why will you give this contract back to that same company that built what was not functional? This is my question for Keyamo, and I don't know if there is anybody hearing this who can help us make sense out of all this. Thank you so much for listening this far. I will be waiting to hear your view in the comment section. And don't forget to like and subscribe to this very channel. We promise to keep bringing you a better and quality conversation all the time. Thank you and remain blessed.